Hello and welcome to the Alpha Strike. I'm your host, Asael Campos, and this is day 2 of our How to Play Heroclix series. Yesterday we talked about what is the game of Heroclix and what is a Heroclix. Today we'll be talking and understanding everything that's on a character card and a character base. So all these colors, numbers, and symbols, I'll be breaking everything down so you understand exactly what they mean and what they do. Now, if you're a brand new player, returning player, or you just want to follow along with the series, I highly recommend picking up a brand new starter kit from WizKids. This is the 2025 Marvel Starter Kit that includes everything that you need to start a game of Heroclix. So if you're interested, please check out your local game stores or the website down below in the description, theshop.wizkids.com. Now, quick reminder, if you have any questions or if you want to elaborate on anything that I mentioned throughout this episode, please drop those questions down below in the comments. This Saturday, we'll be going live with special guest gameplay designer Brian Galley to answer all those questions, and we will also have some goodies to give away. So without further ado, let's get into the episode.
Alright, so let's break down everything that's on a character card and its corresponding base. So of course up top, we have the character's name, Captain America. You'll also see this printed on their base. To the right of their name, we have team abilities. Now all characters may have team abilities, but of course Captain America is synonymous with the Avengers, so Captain America has the Avengers team ability. We'll get more into team abilities in the next couple of days. Further to the right of the card, we have his corresponding set number and set symbol, so you know exactly where this character is coming from, and his rarities. So let's break down rarities for a second here. These are the 6 rarities you may find in a Heroclix set, each with a unique color. From the least rare to most rare, we have common, uncommon, rare, super rare, chase, and ultra chase. Now the ultra chase rarity isn't included in every Heroclix set, so keep an eye out for that. And it's also worth mentioning that rarity does not play any major role in a game of Heroclix. They're just simply there to let you know what the rarity is of a figure. Now besides these 6, WizKids also makes 2 other rarities. One being the limited edition rarity, which is mainly made out of convention exclusives, promo figures, as well as the starter set figures are also limited edition. Last but not least, we have the purple tab, which is mainly made out of the Iconics line figures. Now, special figure is not the official name of this rarity, just a heads up. Here we have Captain America's keywords. So in Heroclix, if you're looking to build a theme team, make sure that all your characters in your team share at least one keyword. So for example, if it were to be Avengers, make sure that all characters in your team have the Avengers keyword. Next we have character traits. Now all of the cards from the starter set will include a trait that lets you know whether you're playing the basic or the advanced version of that character. Now one of the differences that the advanced has over the basic is that the advanced character card has an extra trait. Now below traits we have special powers. Now this is a defensive special power that this character gets at one point in time throughout their dial. Alright, now we're going to get into the combat values. So every character will have a number and then an amount of lightning bolts. Now this Captain America has a 4, which stands for 4 range, and 2 lightning bolts, which stands for 2 targets. So let's see what this looks like on a map. So here we have Captain America in the starter set map with 2 of his villains, Red Skull and Arnim Zola. So remember he's got 4 range, so not counting the square he's in, count 4 squares out, and now you can see that both Red Skull and Arnim Zola are within his range. Now, he has 2 lightning bolts, which signifies 2 targets, so we can point 2 arrows directly to these villains. Now, because he's got 2 targets and 4 range, he can shoot both of them. Now, here we have Thanos 5 squares out. So, because he is outside of Captain America's range, he cannot be targeted by Captain America, but the other 2 can. Next we have the speed symbol. Now this specific character can fly. That grants some special abilities in Heroclix as far as maneuvering through a map and carrying other characters. Apart from that, we also have the standard speed symbol and the dolphin speed symbol. If you would like any more information on how the speed symbol interact in a game of Heroclix, please check out the link below with the comprehensive rulebook for more information. Next up, we have a fist. This is the attack symbol. Now this is a standard symbol that you'll see on most characters, but there is one other one called autonomous. Next up we also have the defense symbol. This is also the standard symbol that you'll see on most characters. Finally we have the damage symbol. This basically means that this is a standard size characters. There's 3 other sizes. Let me explain. We also have the tiny, giant, and colossal damage symbols. These symbols are mainly made to let you know the size difference between characters, like for example Ant-Man versus the size of a character like Galactus. Obviously very different, and in Heroclix that translates to different effects or abilities rather that a character may have. so you can check out the comprehensive rulebook for more details on that. Here we have the point value system. So the standard build in Heroclix when you're building a team is 300 points. So basically what that means is when building a team, make sure that all the figures, when added up with their point values, matches or is less than 300 points. So the advanced figure has 75 point value and the basic has a 50 point value. We'll get more into point values whenever we build a Heroclix team on Thursday. Next up, we have the amount of clicks a character has of life. So this Captain America has 7 clicks of life before he's KO'd on the 8th click of life. Now, every character may vary from the amount of clicks that they have. Some may have 1 or 2 clicks, others may have 12 clicks of life. It really does vary. Now, depending on what click the character is on, it would be displayed on the dial on the right side. So for example, if Captain America is on click 1, it will be displayed physically on his dial window for both you and your opponent to know exactly what powers that character can currently use. Now, a quick tip, I highly recommend continually looking at your dial and your card to know exactly what powers you can use, and also your opponents. So feel free to ask them if you can have a look at their dial or card so you can have a better understanding of what you're playing against. Now, as a character takes damage, you spin the dial physically to the left. And if they heal, you spin that dial physically to the right. Now, as you progress down a dial of a character, they tend to change powers, so continue looking at your card will help you understand exactly what powers you can currently use. So here we have an image of what Captain America's complete dial looks like inside of his physical base. So as you turn the dial, you can see that it will spin into the correct corresponding click number that he has on his card to demonstrate him taking damage. Alright, so let's look at these combat values and what they actually look like in a game of Heroclix. So remember that wing symbol is the speed symbol, so he can move up to a total of 9 squares when he makes a move action. Now he can move in any direction, and because this is an outdoor map, he can fly over the brown squares, which are blocking squares. Now, he's got an 11 attack, so let's say that Red Skull and Armanzola have an 18 defense. You would add the 11 attack to whatever you roll from the 2d6. Now I rolled a 4, that would miss. But if I rolled, let's say something like a 9, that would actually hit. So now that I hit, and I targeted both characters, both Red Skull and Armanzola, I would get divided damage any way I want. So let's just say that he's not really feeling Red Skull today, and he wants to deal all 3 damage to Red Skull. So your opponent would grab their character, Red Skull, and turn that click dial 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And then set him down, and that would resolve that attack scenario. Moving on to the back of the character cards, we have that Avengers team ability that we had mentioned earlier in the front of the card. So here's a description of exactly what it does. I love team abilities in Heroclix. I love how thematic it makes gameplay, and also how strong they are for the most part. Now, to the right of that, we have a list of all of the standard powers that Captain America can use. Now, this is really important for new players. If you haven't memorized perhaps the color of that power, you can look in the back of the card and see the name, and then look it up on your powers and abilities card. So really helpful for new players. And finally but not least, we have the real name of the character. So this is Sam Wilson's Captain America. This is a really nice touch that WizKids does at the back of every character card, so you know exactly what character version you're playing of the character. So for example, if maybe it's a Spider-Man and you don't know if it's Peter Parker or Miles Morales, or maybe it's an Iron Man suit and you don't know if it's Tony Stark or Victor Von Doom, now you know exactly what character version you're playing of the character. Now below that, it's the significant appearance, so maybe it's the inspiration behind the sculpt or reason why they chose that character as a Heroclix. So that wraps up what is on a character card and a figure base.
And that wraps up day 2 of how to play Heroclix. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the powers and abilities in Heroclix. So once again, if you have any questions, please drop those questions down below in the comments, and we'll be answering all those questions live with WizKids game designer Brian Galley. Once again, thank you so much for sticking along, making this possible. Drop a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.